people that love nitpicking grammar or spelling or anything of that sort. If you don't like grammar error or if you can't stand it, might as well leave the video now. This character has one of those weird names. In the video, I decided that I didn't feel like saying his name the correct way, even though it's kind of weird on what to say his real name is. You know how Kal-El is? His name is L. I didn't feel like saying it throughout the video, so I just went ahead and said Hell. So if you can't stand that, you might as well leave the video right now. I'm going to be saying Hell, this character's name, like that throughout this entire video. Just go ahead and let you know and getting it out there. Hell, H-E-L, a very top tier Kryptonian in the New 52 era, has a very interesting story. Try to understand this as best as you can on how they explain it. We all exist in the past, present, and future simultaneously. Almost before the planet started to cool, it was clear that Krypton presented a problem. Krypton, actions. It states here, the actions of its lone survivors continue to threaten all existence. The one called Hell was trying to return the doomed planet to life with the typical arrogance of your people. You believe you stopped them, Superman and them in present day. Yeah, a lot of time travel bullcrap. It stated when you defeated Hell, when all you did was remove him from present day Earth, Hell rolled the chrono portal he had opened to return to the one touchstone of his own past. I know, crazy. It was no coincidence he found by an 18-year-old Jor-El, Superman's actual biological dad. Time passed as his body healed. During that time, he was being examined by Kryptonian scientists. Their tech is ridiculously good. It was Hell who was learning the most about the world around him, about himself, during all these experiments and stuff. Until then, believed he was always a native Kryptonian, but the truth, he was a little more than a cell samples dispatched by a young Jor-El, an unnamed ship, nothing more than a genetic accident. Fast forward a little bit, he said, in the moment he became both father and son and father again, his own long irradiated cells, he slew his creator and sent a new cargo with the departing ship. This realization drove him mad. He became a race of one, a race determined to rule of the people of Krypton by moving himself through time and space for as long as it took to achieve his goal. Even Superman and him say, wait a minute, your story makes no sense. That's how you know it was crazy. If Hell killed my father before I was born, to make it easy to understand, Hell was just some cells made by Jor-El, but they ended up forming to their own being, and that's how all this time travel shenanigans started happening. All that stuff aside, he has all the powers of a standard Kryptonian: heat vision, X-ray vision, super strength, and vulnerability, but he also has extra stuff like telekinesis, telepathy, and some extra stuff, which makes him a high tier. Hell seems to be really smart. I mean, he's even smart enough to reprogram the Fortress of Solitude to keep Superboy and Superman out. Hell is smart enough to replicate or clone a Kryptonian dragon that was extinct. He has some decent level of intellect. Was also smart enough to misdirect Cyborg's boom tube. He can make astral projections, little ghost version of himself, thanks to his abilities. Hell can also teleport. At the time he teleported Supergirl all the way from the Atlantic, all the way to the surface of the sun. He can do this in combat, and he can read your mind. Something you gotta respect. Oh yeah, Battlefleet consistently fighting Kryptonian top tiers. The top tier Kryptonians like Superman and Supergirl. To make matters worse, he teleported them both back to Earth after doing this because he's just unique in that aspect. She even stated he just transported us back to the planet instantly. He just teleported Supergirl to Superman. When Hell feels like it, he could just teleport inside the Fortress of Solitude without any alarms going off. That one time he telekinetically removed some weaponry attached to the Flash, and then proceeds of Battlefield removing Flash and teleporting him to the Watchtower in Earth's orbit. Like, nah, I gotta handle these Kryptonians on my own, Flash. Sorry, you're not allowed. Unknown if this is actually true, but evidently, based on these panels, that he had a history with Jor-El, like being apprentice of him in scientific nature, while he was younger and looked different here, which could explain why he's so smart as well. But yeah, there's a lot of time travel shenanigans, but take this as you will. Oh my. Hell can teleport, Battlefield remove even gigantic structures. Battlefield fighting the Man of Steel, Man Myth Legend here, Supergirl, etc. He moved the entire Fortress of freaking Solitude. He can make illusions, like making this illusion of Krypton that destroys the illusion. His illusions are so convincing, it made Supergirl think she was being attacked by Superman. Let that sink in. He's even confident about his power. He stated here that it would be a simple thing for him to fry their very minds with a thought or to force enlightenment upon them. But I must travel with a light foot here in the past. He doesn't want to alter the timeline too much. Smart, right? He like full-blown telepathically controls an alternate reality Superboy, Kon-El. It's kind of crazy. His telekinesis is one of the most impressive things, like being able to overpower characters like Faora and even crush her heart. Even under a red sun, he has some incredible psionic abilities. Are you kidding me? Psionically restrained Superman, Superboy, and even Wonder Woman, top tier powerhouses with his telekinesis. Being able to make Superman scream out in pain with his psionic ability. Superman tries to blitz him, just stops him in his tracks. He's kind of implied to be above a base tier, top tier Kryptonian, one could say. He even forced the Kryptonian Superboy armor off. As you can see, he rips it off, tosses them back like that with blast power. Does this to Superboy with psionic, like, construct spears. Like he has, like, some Green Lantern, like, construct creation type stuff, but instead made out of psionic energy. The Teen Titans even charge at him, but he stops them all in their tracks by making them into like some little whirlpool of psionic energy. Just too much power he has. Chokes him out right there. And yeah, here's the whirlwind. Yeah. Does this to Superboy on an atom to atom molecular level, like ridiculous. Rips him apart. Like you see the Flash, like he has that level of blast power. Superboy in the moment has his own telekinesis. Well, he counters his telekinesis by throwing the rocks back at him, force field, and blasting them back. He even states here he's stronger than me. No denying that. So they pretty much admit it. He's also has some time manipulation. He traveled to alternate timeline. He can even split himself into 3 different timelines at the same time, but doing so weakens him though. For example, you can see him here with Supergirl like years in the past, right? He even states here, I am a singularity. They even state here, Hell can travel through time. Should have figured he'd show up eventually. It literally shows here that he's fighting in 2 time streams at the same freaking time. It even states here, how'd you get that gash? I didn't even touch you. That's because Supergirl gashed him. 2 timelines converging. He states here, I don't know how, I know, but Hell seems to be fighting in 2 time streams. Absolute shenanigans in beast mode. Don't get me started on his supreme physical strength. That should be a no-brainer at this point. On top of his blast power, he's shown to be able to knock out Superman, overpower him, like just kind of with the ease too. Does the Superboy get away? 2v1. Superman even attempts to blitz him. He just like, get out the way, lightweight. Superman was weakened, hurt up, even bloody, battle damaged. Punches Superman and Superboy out of the Fortress of Solitude because he's that powerful. Beats the mess out of Superman with his straight fists and kicks. Even though there was one time when Superman managed to turn the tide on him though, don't want to make it seem weird, draw some blood from him. But double uppercuts him all the way to orbit. Yikes, that was one heck of a punch. Goodness gracious, that was a long hit. Superboy is surprised that Superman can even survive some hits from Hell like that. Respect Hell. The thing that makes Hell so impressive is that he can use like his super speed mixed with his teleportation to the point where people didn't even notice they left. Even top tiers don't even notice they leave. I'm more worried about how quickly Hell can move. He's so fast, even I couldn't even see him produce this kid from where? Faster than Kryptonian eyesight? That's massively faster than light, obviously. Look at my Superman and Supergirl vids to prove this. He's blitzed Superman before he can really react much, overpowering him, showed a little bit this earlier, stuff like that. Supergirl tried to blitz Hell, he didn't even budge. She even says, I can't feel my hands, like that durability. Just showing the power gap between the two. There was this one time Superman was speeding from orbit, right? Punches that shake the planet, bull rushes Hell. Punches that can be felt all the way in the watchtower, right? Hell was pretty good after all of these punches, by the way. The standard energy projection like heat vision he has, obviously. Applied to be able to release energy from his hands, like kind of like a form of psionic energy projection, that type of thing. Under a red sun, it implied he can incinerate 2 Kryptonians under red sun, of course. He has x-ray vision as well, on top of the astral projection. He can use the x-ray vision while he's using astral projection. Can see things on a molecular level. Keep in mind he was able to conquer and enslave an alternate reality Krypton. Considering their tech, that's actually pretty impressive. Size manipulation, like the time he shrunk Supergirl down to fit her in Kandor? Like what? Create full-blown force fields to shield Childs from falling debris is a clear image earlier of conquering Krypton in an alternate reality or alternate timeline. Then why you gotta do this to a cool Faora? Hell is a beast, but he doesn't have the most showings because he's one of those characters that was too powerful to stay. They found a way to beat him at the end though, you know what I mean? But how strong is he? Well, I don't really have to say much. You can watch my Superman video or Supergirl video to piggyback off of this one. Don't want to repeat all those same feats, but he should scale to a top tier New 52 era Superman. And in my Superman video, you will see that black holes or star explosions are nothing to Superman, and for Hell to overpower these characters consistently, even having all of them binded in telekinetic power, even Wonder Woman shows his display of power, so he should obviously be a bare minimum black hole level. Just because I say black hole level, I've been mentioning recently, that does not mean your max potential is solar system. That's just a benchmark I like to use to not overextend the character sometimes, but here's an example of what I mean by black hole. Black hole can have 3 to 10 solar masses. Supermassive ones can have millions or even billions of solar masses. So millions or billions of top solar system level as a bare bones minimum, right? And the fact that he's able to overpower Superman due to the fact Superman can bench press the weight of the earth for 5 days. So it's nowhere near his limit. It's easy to him, bench pressing that power. Hell was still able to overpower him regardless of all the strength he has. Not to mention that Superman in the New 52 era can withstand black holes just by standing in it, and he still can damage him regardless of all of this. I mean, he's the same guy that literally didn't budge from a Supergirl attack. Anybody that can rip Kryptonians to shreds should be respected. I'm just saying. Well, Hell only did exist in the New 52 era as far as I know. New 52, as you guys know, is part of Rebirth now. Keep it safe, I would say, during the Rebirth era. I'm not going to go as far as saying he's necessarily above Post-Crisis Superman, even though they're technically the same now. Just to eliminate all confusion, I'm just going to say, in the New 52 era, I would say he was quite a bit above a base Superman, just overall raw power and abilities based on it was portrayed, the way he's fought multiple of them, able to contain multiple powerhouses like Wonder Woman, they couldn't break out, just had them all on lock. I would say the grid goes something like this. With that being said, I think it's a noticeable gap between the two. But of course, you know, via certain situations, Superman can catch up to him in strength. But I do believe there was a decent gap between the two. And I think that's a good way for villains to be portrayed. But you know what I mean? But what do you guys think? How do you think he would go against a post-crisis Superman or current Rebirth Superman? Do you think he'll be the same? You think he'll be above him, stronger than him, etc.? I'm interested to hear your thoughts below. I personally probably would probably be around the same, or Superman being above him at this point currently. But, you know, this was back during the New 52 era, before him fusing with the man, the myth, the legend. You know what I mean? But respect Hell regardless of it, way past black hole level. That's like a darn benchmark. They're probably millions or billions of times solar system shattering level at this point, at a bare minimum. Not to mention the Greek feats of them scaling to Shazam, lifting the heavens, and all that crazy stuff. Check out my Superman video for more details on that. But I'll see you guys later. Respect Hell.